Hello.
Hey, everybody.
It is hump day.
Hump day.
I'll tell you what, my body hurts today from humping yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Lots of hard humping work yesterday.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
There we go. This is like my favorite hump day music. How about you?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
It is.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. You know what? We have a very, very special show today. We're talking about Pokemon. We're talking about $700,000 earrings. We're talking about the Dow takes a dive, which we all knew that was coming, right? You know, we got a special deal with a 4-year-old today, and then some springtime romance. You know what I'm saying? Like a little ditty we like to do on Morning Crankers on Hump Day.
Yeah, no liquid.
And
on no one.
Maybe we'll touch on something going a little bit too far when it comes to artwork. Like, have you seen some of these crazy nuts?
Yes.
That do really dumb stuff when it comes to artwork?
Oh, I know.
I guess that's the first one that we should talk about. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Let's get right into it.
there's some artwork. Okay, an art exhibition. Okay, listen to this. Part of this is so damn stupid. Okay,
Right.
sorry to start the show this way, but so they made this artwork with 3 little piglets. And the whole point of this art exhibition in Denmark, and this is why Denmark does not own or should even be thought of when it comes to Greenland.
Right.
They should become part of America.
Right.
Okay, but in Denmark, this art exhibit, there were pigs left there to starve to death, and that was the art exhibit.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
That's insane.
I mean, part of the art, it's like that guy that took duct tape and put it over a banana on a whiteboard,
Right.
you know, and then he bought it for like $300,000 and went over there and
So
ate
what
the
is it? The
banana.
art of death or something they want to watch?
It was the 3 little pig art thing.
Wow.
It was controversial. I mean, if you let an animal starve, that's more than controversial.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying if you have an animal starve as part of your artwork, you should probably go to prison.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. You know what? I'm saying, and I'm saying this time.
They need to reopen mental institutions?
Well, maybe something.
Yeah.
Okay, this Chilean-born Marco Everstardi was trying to raise awareness for the suffering caused by mass meat production. So, how smart. He went to this art thing in Copenhagen, and he denied the piglets food and water, and the whole point of it was to starve to death. But some good Samaritan stole the piglets. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
We love you.
We love you.
And, you know, I have nothing against hunting. I have nothing against growing your own food and, you know, processing. I have nothing against that. But to starve
And
3
intentionally
piglets
intentionally,
man, I'd like to take that guy out behind the woodshed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'm seriously.
I know. I am too.
You know, I'd drag him in the middle of the street,
Yeah. I mean,
and me and that chap would have a chat.
yeah.
The chap chat.
Yeah.
And not to be confused with Chat GPT,
No.
because he'd be going, owie, owie, owie. You know what I'm
all
saying?
week long.
Yeah. He'd feel like I did today after crawling around all day yesterday.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But does that make you a little bit angry?
Oh, it does.
Okay, it does me too. So, you know, before we get to the, you know, today's national days, this was a crazy story. And then you came up with an even crazier story. And we were just talking about, you know, things.
Yes.
Like, you know, if you're a nerd guy, what the best pickup line ever is?
Oh, I can't remember. It's been so long.
Well, you can say, do you want to play Pokemon?
Oh,
Or-
gee, that. Yeah.
Or you could say, do you mind if I take a Pikachu?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, those are like,
Yeah.
that's the nerd ones, okay? But you found something cool. Go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that they put a Pokemon
Dorito
Dorito.
or Cheeto?
I think it was a Cheeto.
It was a Cheeto, not a Dorito, not a
It was
Frito.
Cheeto, not a Frito.
No, it was a Cheeto.
Not a way.
Okay.
But it's okay.
But you could get Olay if you say it the right way.
Say it the right way.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're spraying.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
So what happened?
I think it sold at auction for, what was it, $841,000?
Okay. All right. So who do you want to beat more? The guy starving the piglets or the guy spending $800,000 on a Cheeto that looks like Pokemon?
How about they're both insane stories?
Okay, how about this? This is what we'll do. We'll be like, we could either pick straws or you guys go fight it out, and whoever wins has to face the Morning Cranker crew.
Well, we could do it the American way. We'll flip a coin.
We're going to make you cranky. And we're going to make you cranky for a long time because of your stupidity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope that it was like a college student that found the Cheetos, or, maybe it was one of these elderly couples that can't afford all the taxes on their land and they're having to move out because they can't afford I hope it was one of those people that found the Pokemon Cheeto. What do you say?
I do too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there should be some sort of grace in that.
I agree. Yes.
Speaking of grace, do you think that we should do Love is in the Air Springtime first and then National Day?
We can.
You think so?
Since we usually don't open with the song.
We don't. And, so many people love it, but there's some people that are like, can you mark it?
But this is more like a good old-fashioned storytelling song.
It is, kind of. It is. I love storytelling songs.
Oh, I do too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your favorite person that used to sing storytelling songs?
Oh, gosh, probably Bob Dylan. We talked about him the other day.
See, I'm going Johnny Cash.
Now, Johnny could tell some stories on some of his, but
there's a man going round,
right,
taking names.
But it seemed like Bob Dylan, every song he did was that.
Well, yeah, because he couldn't sing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a difference there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get into character. Let's count to three. Ready?
Oh, we're fine.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Oh, it's springtime in the Ozarks. The birds are singing. The fish are jumping. Love is in the air.
And that ain't love, buddy. That's pollen, and I think a bug just flew in my mouth.
Close enough. Let's tell them a story.
A story. Springtime in the Ozarks.
Now, Johnny was a fisherman, rough around the edges, living in the Ozarks, way out past the hedges. He met a girl named Daisy, sweet as apple pie. She smiled at him once. He almost fell and died. Well, he almost tripped because he tripped on his boots.
Oh, the dogwoods bloom and the bass are biting.
Love is like a fish. You just gotta keep fighting.
Hold your breath and take a chance.
Hope the pollen don't ruin your romance.
Seriously, my sinuses are swollen.
Now Daisy worked the diner, serving the biscuits and beans. Johnny sat in her section, dreaming wild spring scenes. He finally asked her out with a plate full of fries. She said, well, all right, but you're paying this time. She got him good.
Oh, the dogwoods are blooming, bass are biting. Love is like a fish, you just gotta keep fighting.
Hold your breath, take a chance.
Hope the pollen don't ruin your romance.
So they were fishing on their first date, real romantic.
Nothing says I love you like a bucket of worms.
And a starter case of poison ivy.
Oh, yes, that was an itchy mistake.
Johnny leaned in close, feeling love in the air. Then a mayfly hit Daisy right in the hair. She screamed, he slipped, the boat flipped over. They both swam back, smelling just like old clover.
Nothing says romance like swamp funk.
Oh, the dogwoods bloom and the bass are biting.
Love is like a fish, you got to keep fighting.
Hold your breath, take a chance.
Hope the pollen don't ruin your romance.
So did they fall in love?
Well, they fell in the lake, close enough.
And they lived happily ever after.
More like happily covered in bug bites.
Oh, loving the Ozarks, where the fishing nibbles, and so do the chiggers.
That's not the only thing that nibbles.
Are you sure about that?
Welcome to Morning Crankers again. I hope you enjoyed springtime love. You know what I'm saying?
Enjoyed it.
You know what? It is springtime, and it is a lovely time of year. This week, can you ask for any better weather than now?
This is pre-springtime weather. What we're getting.
Well, no, I think it's springtime. It's just fooling us because, I looked,
Because we got cold at the end of the week.
Here's the thing, 55 degrees, 54 degrees, that's a good temperature. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
But when you get spoiled with 79, 80, 79,
You just see it
77,
drop back
79, and then you see it drop down to 54, it's like,
why did it do that?
that temperature plunged more than the Dow Jones today.
It did.
Okay, well, we kind of knew that the Dow Jones was going to, go down, right?
Oh, it's going to fluctuate right now with all the tariffs.
Well, here's what it is. Okay, so they came out, and this is pretty typical of these people. By these people, I mean the media maggots.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's media maggots on both sides. There's grifters and stuff. We've been in this business a while. We've seen them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're pretty much the only centrist, common sense morning show in America.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
What would you call Doc Thompson to me? He would have been my, I don't know, the guy that taught me the ropes of morning show stuff.
He's the guy you looked up to.
Well, he was, and he had some really good rules to live by. What rules do you live by?
Oh, my rules? Just be honest and forward going and communicate. Communicate to others the proper things, not give them falsehoods and lies and deceit.
Well, I 100% think that that's truth.
But on this show, I try to bring a little comedy and joy to their life. Something that this country lacked for years.
Well, I think you have to have this. You have to have happiness.
Well, most certainly.
If you know what I mean. Let me tell you Doc Thompson's rules for life. Okay, because this helped me out a lot. And hopefully out there, everybody that's smoking your knees out today, putting calluses on your hands, worried about if you got enough gas to get to work, those types of people.
Right.
Here's some good rules to live by, and they're so simple. Number one, don't be a jerk.
Yep.
Can you expound on that? Go ahead, and I'm going to say them, you expound on them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't be. In other words, if someone's giving you ideas on how to do something, make a proper change in your life, don't down them.
And just completely, literally, don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Okay. Number two, keep the talent happy.
Yes.
Okay, now that is, there's talent on radio shows. There's talent at work. There's talent in your kids. There's talent in your wife. They are the talent.
They are.
You see what I'm saying?
Your family is your talent.
Your family, your coworkers, your community,
your friends.
Keep the talent happy. Very simple. Don't be a jerk. Keep the talent happy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's what it's all about, community, man, and values.
Absolutely.
And values.
So number three, always come clean.
Yes.
Always come clean.
And I pretty much just said that in the first part.
Yes. Well, I mean, just
being honest. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Well, and always coming clean means you take responsibility
for what you say on the air.
If you screwed up, like saying some you know what I mean? Come clean about it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Don't, yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying?
Don't laugh around.
And you got to remember, it's springtime. Love is in the air, man.
Yes. Well, yes.
Okay. Now, this is probably his sayings. This is probably the most important one to me. It's not offensive if it's true.
Yeah, that's fact.
I mean, that is a fact, but we've kind of went away from that. You know what I mean?
Right. It's whatever, on this show at least, it's whatever comes off the cusp. It's whatever comes out of our mouth is what we mean.
Well, because we're trying to have fun. We try to make fun of everybody.
We do.
You know what I mean? Because here's the truth. There are idiot Democrats. There are idiot Republicans. There's idiot white collar, idiot blue collar. There's idiots and everything. Yeah. And we like to point it out because it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we like to point out the funny things, even one side might think's funnier than the other, like Orange Man bad and purple dinosaurs are bad on the other side. You know,
Right? Well, is that what you call them now?
Yeah.
That reminded me of a joke.
Well, they were all old on the side.
But anyways, I don't know. You were just talking about that, right?
Right.
And I was going to say that they now have medication for that.
They do.
Yeah, for the female side of the thing that you were talking about.
Okay.
It's kind of like Tylenol.
Okay.
Okay, you take it like that, but have you heard about it?
Yeah, it's
No, it's called tricoxagon.
Oh.
And it's extremely effective. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant fudge it all.
Yeah. No. And finally, and Doc Tom says, rules to live by, which, like I said, I don't know. I was very grateful to know the man, but this is probably the most important one. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right.
I remember when I got a call from them when they were opening that up down in Dallas, the Mojo 5-0. You remember those days?
Yeah.
The Mojo 5-0 days. I remember it was Matt Locke.
Yeah.
And
Rocky Stoogie.
No, it was Doc Thompson,
was Doc?
Matt Locke, and who else was on the phone call? Anyways, I knew who he was. I mean, if you didn't know who Doc Thompson was on radio, you were kind of you were lame. You were behind the times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you want to go watch old episodes of Doc, I'm sure they're out there.
Oh yeah, there is.
He's a classic.
Yeah, I mean, they had some pretty good shows. Anyways, when he called, and it was very short. Now, he actually didn't get to talk to him until way after that. But he's like your show, kid. You want the 5 o'clock spot? And I'm like, okay, you start tomorrow. Click. that was it.
That was quick interview.
Yeah, well, it was what it was. But those are 5 rules to live by, and I really do think that they're important. But remember, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right. And it just goes to show that's what you still appreciate the values that he showed you there.
Right.
And
right.
Decided to show it to our audience.
So it's National Girl Scout Day.
Yeah. And I just bought some Girl Scout cookies again the other day.
I noticed they've been hitting up the Walmarts lately.
They have, and that's where I bought mine.
Really? Well, the other day, so I didn't know because I didn't see the table.
Yeah.
I'm just walking out of Walmart, and I'm like, my God, is this a French pocket, pickpocket ring that I'm walking out into? And then I got out there, and there was just Girl Scouts selling cookies.
Oh, yeah.
But they kind of look the same.
Oh,
like French.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
French have a thing about them. And, like, you ever heard that old thing, I have a French war rifle for sale?
Yeah.
Never shot, dropped once.
Yeah.
There's something true about that with the French. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's Alfred Hitchcock Day. Do you like twisting ends and psychological complex characters and thrillers, nerve-wracking suspension? I mean, do you really think that he's as great as people say he is?
He was great for his time, I'm sure.
So was he a trailblazer?
He's sort of the trailblazer for horror.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
What a weird name.
He is got a weird name.
Alfred. I've known some Alfreds.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Batman.
But I was going to say, that's the most popular Alfred I know.
Right. Well, okay. So it's also the Aztec New Year. It's Independence Day, Meridius. It's National Baked Scallops Day. It's Uyghur Awareness. Should send that one to China. It's National Christian Day. If your name is associated with the holiness and fashion, what's your secret? Well, I got a Christian in my family.
Yeah.
Married my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good kid.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell I'm getting old. They just had their second kid. Congratulations. I'm a grandpa again. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Congrats to you.
National No Smoking Day. You got to quit that, Gred. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
That's National Plant a Flower Day. National Working Mother's Day. World Day Against Cyber Censorship. Okay, where was this day 3-4 years ago when we were getting hammered like a...
We're getting hammered into the next week.
Yeah, I was going to say something. You know that joke about the door handles hotter than,
Yeah.
I was going to reference that to this, but I'm not going to go there.
Right.
Just that might get us censored.
It might.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Now, I've went to these. It's Registered Dietitian and Nutritionist Day. Okay, I've got a question for you. You want to answer this one?
Sure.
Okay. Now, when they went to college, I'm talking about the dietitians and nutritionists. They were referencing the food pyramid, which now we know that the food pyramid was completely made up jargon to sell more food.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's been proven over and over by the leading people in the fields. So my question is if the information they learned in college was a farce,
Yes.
what are they learning now to give us good information?
That's a good question.
No,
Because can we really put our trust in them anymore?
I don't know.
They've got to earn it, I
Did
guess.
you eat your Wheaties today?
I didn't.
Or how about this? How about eat carrots are good for your eyes?
Yes.
You know where that one came from?
Bugs Bunny.
World War II.
Oh.
The British wanted to fool the Germans.
Yeah.
So they released a fake report that said that they were having their soldiers eat carrots. And so the Germans found that out and thought that they really did do scientific tests. So they had their German soldiers go and start stealing the carrots.
I heard that the Germans thought they were going to give the Allies a beta-tening of lay down on them.
I know where you were going with that.
Yeah,
but, you know what I'm saying.
I got to keep it.
Yeah, it is what it is, but I don't know if I trust them because they sure don't like giving you good food.
Yeah.
The best doctor I ever had, I went in there. She says to me, she goes, well, no alcohol, no tobacco, no fatty foods. And I was like, even bacon? And she didn't answer me right away.
Oh.
And she goes through all this stuff, like everything good, like just ripped out of your life, okay?
Right.
And she goes, but you can have as much sex as you want. And I looked at her and I said, but what about the bacon? And she said, no. I said, you go to hell. That's a true story. You can ask. My wife was not very happy with me, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, that's all the national days today. Yeah. Which one was your favorite?
Probably the National Baked Scallop Day.
Really?
I like scallops. You like scallops?
I thought you didn't eat seafood.
I do, but
you do eat seafood?
I do.
Wow, scallops are very good.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of like a cross between clam and shrimp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're very, very good.
Very good, yeah.
I'm going to ask you something. You tell me, what would happen if your 4-year-old called the cops on you?
I'd be like, what happened, young man?
Well, this is in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin. A 4-year-old boy with a sweet tooth in Wisconsin called 911 to report his mother for eating his ice cream. Oh, gosh. The police showed up.
Right.
And he got reprimanded and taught about only using it for. But, here's the thing. There's so much craziness that has been going on. A kid calling the cops on his mom for eating his ice cream. What's worse? Him calling the cops or a student that got a college scholarship that sued her high school for not being it? Which is worse?
The girl suing the high school because she didn't learn how to spell and read.
Right. Okay. So have you ever been in a position where like you've said ma'am or sir or whatever, just and you it slipped out, it just wasn't somebody?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, that sucks. You never try to disrespect somebody. I don't. But I have had that happen.
I've had it happen too.
Okay. In America, in certain places now, you can get taken to jail for miss whatever somebody.
Yeah.
So what's worse, actually, doing that or what's worse, or calling the cops on your mom for ice cream?
Neither one, really.
Really? What do you think?
I think that slip-ups happen. That's an accident.
Okay,
Usually when someone does that.
How much is a box of Girl Scout cookies now?
Oh gosh, it was $6, I think.
$6. Okay, so you give the girl a 10 and a 5.
Yeah.
Okay, you're owed $3. She goes on to the next customer before bringing your cash back.
Mm.
Are you going to call the cop and say, I was just extorted?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, no, but it's the same thing, isn't it?
It is the same thing. Same premise.
Yeah, it is kind of the same thing. You know what I mean?
I think people get too weirded out like that.
You mean dumbassery,
Yeah.
right?
That's the proper terminology, yeah.
Yeah, is that a new word, dumbassery?
Dumbassery?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, dumbassery.
I like doomassery.
Dumbassery. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it almost sounds like you're saying 3,
Yeah.
you know.
Let's all go down the doomassery, Walker.
Yeah. I don't know. To me today, the insane things that people do, like an art exhibit to
Watching
let
piglets die.
pigs, you know, and it'll probably come out later that he was just trying to get some fame, so he went and stole the piglets back himself. I mean, it'll be something like that. You know what I mean?
He was just trying to create a new Baconator sandwich.
Yeah, they will say something like that.
Or
So
he was just hamming it up.
yeah. So you know the Dow with it plunging, you know it's going to go back up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a new thing kind of coming right now where they're trying to do away with the world banks.
Yeah.
And basically what's happening here is they're trying to set up Americans where you're your own bank.
Yeah, I heard.
Where you get to borrow money from yourself and pay yourself back interest. Wouldn't that be grand?
It would be nice.
I'm
not going to. Why would I complain? Yeah.
Let's talk banker for a second.
Yes.
When the index hits a certain point, it's
Yeah.
and when we give you your money back, you're going to get this much percentage back on your
Oh.
Yeah, you see, it's all BS. BS.
Craziness shit.
Yes, yeah. The shoot with an eye.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people are like freaking out, and they're like, oh, it's because of Trump. Anyways, that's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
They blame it all on Trump. But have you seen the tariffs that China's been throwing around lately, not just to Canada, but to Mexico, to America? I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
Was he ahead of the curve?
I think he was. And I think the other countries are now realizing, hey, we're going to step up our game now and do it too.
See, in the words of Clint Eastwood, to all these super progressives out there, that's what you call trouble with the curve.
Yes, it is. It's trouble with the curve.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of the ways of saying that something was going to happen, and this is what we have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do the best with what you have.
He basically is like foamed ahead.
Yeah. You see, now Ontario, Canada, got involved with a pissing match with China, and China raised their stuff really big. So to combat that, Ontario has decided to put a 25% surcharge on electricity going into America. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
That's the truth. Whatever. I don't know.
We need to create our own electricity.
It says stocks are back in the red as psychology deteriorates further and investors continue to aggressively de-risk. Wow. Wouldn't that be nice if most people de-risked at most of the time so we didn't have these big fallouts and banks didn't go under?
Yep.
And then they didn't charge the regular hardworking men and women of this country to fix and pay back the bankers?
Exactly.
Bastards.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Folks, we love you guys. Have a happy hump day.
Love you, gang. See you on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Thirsting for knowledge Thursdays. On the Mighty Cracker.
Remember, love is in the air. It's springtime in the Ozarks.
That's right. Springtime is everywhere.